So we're going to understand the problem to find the square root of a number. The problem over here is given a number m. Okay, so now here if a number is m, and we need to devise an algorithm to compute the square root of m. So that is the problem that we need to do. So problem is, if an m is given, we need to find the square root of m. Let us understand what is square root of a number. 4 is equal to 2, right? And the square root of 9 is equal to 3. Square root of 16 is equal to 4, which is 2 into 2, you get 4. 3 into 3, you get 9. And 4 into 4, you get 16, right? Now, from these example, we get a general equation which says n into n is equal to m, right? So we're going to take this equation as 1. Now, so you got an idea what exactly a square root is. So the problem is to find the square root of a number. Now, there are different methods that is available or given in your textbook. The first method let us look into. Now, suppose we need to find the square root of 36. So our m is 36. Okay, so m is equal to 36. Now, this is the first method that is given in your textbook, and here when you look into it, with an example we will understand the algorithm here. So first step what we have to do is we are going to guess n as 9, thinking that okay, 9 into 9 will give you 36, but actually when you multiply 9 into 9 you're getting 81, which states 81 is greater than 36, right? So that is not your answer. So third step what you can do is, okay, from 9 we will decrement 1. So we'll decrease 1 from 9. So next number will be 8. Okay, so first number was 9. That is a guessed number, but we got to know that 9 into 9 is 81, which is greater than 36. It is not the result. So what we are going to do is, next step is we are going to decrease 9 to 8 by 1. We are going to decrease 9 by 1, and where we get 8. So 8 into 8, it is 64. Where 64 is greater than 36. It's getting closer but little far. Now what we're going to go, we're going to try with 7. So 7 into 7, 49, which is also greater than 36. We'll decrement 7 by 1, we get 6. So 6 into 6, you got 36, and we're going to terminate from here. So that is what it is talking about, one and second step. Now to understand the third step, we will pick another example. Now if suppose we want to find the square root of 35, how do we do that? Now let's start guessing. So we're going to guess with 9. Okay, so check whether 9 is equal to 36. No, 81 is greater than 36. So we go for 8. It is not possible because 8 into 8 gives you 64. Check whether 64 is greater than 36. Now next we'll try with 7. We got 49. 49 is greater than 36. We have not got the result. So we're going to the next step. Next step is 6 into 6. We got 6, where 6 into 6 is 36. But what we need is 35, not 36. So we'll try the next one. The next one is 5. So when we pick 5, 5 into 5 is 25. Now what it's going to do is it will go to the step 3, because it says that this, if the square root that you have obtained is less than m. Okay, so the square root that we have obtained is 25 is less than 35. Then what we'll do is we'll think about another step. So till now, when it was greater, we were just incrementing 1. Now when it is smaller than the m, that is 25 is smaller than 35, then what we are going to do is we are going to increase n value, that is 5, by 0.1. Point 0.1 we will increase the number and try to reach 35. So we keep on increasing 5 plus 0.1, we get 5.1 into 5.1, we get 26. Then next we will increment 5.1 plus 0.1, where we get 5.2. So we get a result like that. We keep on doing, and finally when we reach 5.9 into 5.9, we somehow reach closer to 35, which is equal to 34.81, but it is not giving you 35. So what we do is we again increment 5.9 plus 0.1. But when you do that, it will go to 6 and it will take you to 36, where again it is, bigger than 35. Now, when you reach in this position, what you'll do is, uh, and doing this, like, you're increasing point 1 and you got a clue that okay, here we are getting 34.81. Let us try with 6. So when you reach 6 into 6, you got 36. Now what we have to do, we have to shift the strategy, because what we need is 35, right? So what we'll do is, from 36 we will decrease. See, we'll go to the next slide. We reached 36. Finally we reached 36, which is, 36 is greater than 35. So what we'll do is, another approach is, we will decrease 6 by, that is n by 0.01. Okay, so when you keep on decreasing like that, so 5, sorry, from 6 minus 0.01, you get 5.99 into 5.99. We got around 35.88, which is equal to 36, no? So we will try to decrease 5.99 minus 0.01, and we'll get this, and we'll multiply, we get 35.76. Like that we keep on iterating, decreasing 0.01 from each and every number, and finally when we reach here, we will somewhat get 35.04. So as soon as you get a square root which is similar to m, we will stop the iteration. So finally, this is how your graph is going to look like after a set of number of iterations to get the desired square root. Now, when you're going for this first method, what happens is, if suppose your m is quite big, now if you're going to guess the number n as 500, then for sure it will need more than 400 iterations, which is not that great, right? So now we have to think about an improved version of, for writing this algorithm or to solve this problem. So that we have gone for the next method. So let us look into the second method, which we are trying to make progress towards a better algorithm. So how is this method going to work? To understand this method, we will look into the same example that we used in method 1. That is, we want to find the square root of 36. Initially, we had to guess a number. So we're going to guess the number as 9. Okay. And the number that we guess initially, the variable that we assign to is g1. Just giving you a hint about those things, because it will be easy for you to understand the algorithm as well. What is n? N is actually guessed number. So 9 into 9 will give you what? 81. So we know the equation 1 is n into n is equal to m, which gives you 81. But we got to know that 81 is greater than 36. So this is not, what is that, the square root of 36. 9 is not the square root of 36. So we have to go and try another number. So we're going next. Now from equation 1, now equation 1 can also give you like this, right? From equation 1, you can make another equation, like m divided by n is equal to n, correct? Using the first equation, we can generate this, like m divided by n is equal to n. We will substitute the value of m, 36 divided by 9, you get another value which is 4. Okay, so you got 4 now. So what was the first step? We guessed the number, and then we found that 9 into 9, the guessing number was 9, and 9 into 9 is equal to 81, where 81 is greater than 36. Then what we did is we generated another equation 2, where it says m divided by n is equal to n. So substituting m's value and n's value, you got 4. Again, what we are going to do is we are going to see whether 4 square is equal to m. Picking the first equation, n into n, whether it is equal to m. So 4 into 4 is 16, where 16 is less than 36. That is also not a chance. So when you picked 9, you're getting 81. When you picked 4, you're getting 16. So 81 is greater than 36. Sorry, 16 is less than 36. So you know that 36 comes in between 81 and, see, you know that 36 comes in between 81 and 16. Now we need to, next step is to find the average of 9 and 4. So looking into this, finding the average of 9 and 4 divided by 2, you get a new number. So again, you're getting a new number which is 6.5. So with this number, you're going to find the you just multiply 6.5 into 6.5 using the first equation. You get 42, where 42 is greater than 36. So what we'll do, we will go and use the second equation. What is the second equation? M divided by n, right? So you got a new value here which says 6.5. So 36 divided by 6.5 gives you another number, 5.53. So again multiply 5.53 into 5.53 using the first equation. Now you got two ranges here. One is 42.25 and the other one is 30.50. In this chart, you can see first it was 9 when you were working on 9, and then using second equation you got 4, and from this finding the average you got a new number, and that is 6.5. And when you find the square, you got 42.25, and from there using the second equation, that is 36 by 6.5, you got 5.53. So when you square, you're getting 30.58. So you got a new range now. Apart from 81 and 16, you got a new range, 42 and 30. Again, this is also in between. So what we'll do, again we'll find the average of 6.5 and 5.53. And so you get a new value, 6.015. Again, do the same thing. Use the first equation. So multiply those two numbers, you get 36.18. So let us understand the algorithm description, how the algorithm is working. So to understand this algorithm, we are going to establish M, the number whom we have to establish M, that is 36 in this example. M is your 36, right? And that is where you want to find the square root of. Now, there's something called termination error that you have to fix for this algorithm to somewhere terminate. Now, the terminate of the algorithm is calculated based on the difference between these two values. You got 9, and then you got 6.5, right? And then you got 6.015. So you just take the difference of these number, and if the difference is um, less than 0.001, this is our fixed error methods that for this example that we have fixed. You can keep changing the fixed error. Now here, when you take the difference between this, if the difference is less than 0.001, we stop working on it. So that is your error message, termination condition error E. Okay, now we'll go to the second, set initialize guess number, that is G2 to M divided by 2. So now here our G2 is equal to 9. So here, what they here there is a strategy that is applied to guess a number is m by 2. That means they start from 18. But here we are going to start. We in our example we guessed our number from 9. Here we are going to guess a number based on m by 2. So here we have guessed the number as 9. That is your G2. Okay. Now whatever G2 is, that is your G1. Now, what is the value of G2? That is 9. That is also G1. Okay. Now, next step is as soon as you guess the number, you found the square of 9. So, you got 81, which is 36. Then, what did you do? Use the second equation. That second equation is known as complementary value. Okay. The second equation is known as complementary value. Okay, so that is the equation for complementary value is m divided by g1. What is our g1 now? 9. What is our m? 36. See, so this is equal to 36 divided by 9. That gave you 4. And that was when you squared 4, you got 16, which is less than 36. So now you got 81 and 36. You got to know that 36 is in between these two range. So what we will do? We have to find the average. That is your G2. So G2 has an equation. The equation is G1 plus the complementary value divided by 2, which is equal to, so in your textbook, complementary value is elaborated Gm divided by G1. Okay, so it's actually equal to this equation. So I'm going to give, what is G1? It was 9 plus 4. See, plus 4. CV is 4. So you get 4, which is equal to, what is that? You got this right. That is 6.5. Now, what is the square root of 6.5? So this 6.5 is the new G2 value. Immediately it get copied to G1. See, now your G1 is updated to G 6.5. Now what is next? The 6.5, you will find the square root of 6.5, which is 42.25, which is greater than 36, right? So what you will do now, you find the complementary value. How will you find it? 36 divided by new value of G1, that is 6.5, which you get, how much? You get 5.53. Okay, now you square 5.53, you got the value as um, 30.53, which is greater than 36. Okay, so what happens is, next is what? So you got a new range here. One is, sorry, 30, this is less than 36. You got a new range. So what you have to do is again find the average. How will you find that? Average is G2. Previous G1 is 6.5 plus new CV value is 5.53 is equal, divided by 2. Gives you what? 6.0, which is equal to 6.0. I think it's 1.5, right? That is your new G1 value, which is equal to 6.015. Now same thing, repeat. You take the square where you got 36.0 something or 1. You got some value, just your square root, right? So this is how your algorithm is working for solving the problem to find the square root of a number. Thank you.